Michael Maria Delgado, I got the charmingest and strangest email from some folks in Canada, a wonderful guy who had written this extraordinary book, like he's a mythologist type. And his friend wrote and said, can you help me understand this? My cat loved to get in the shower with me. Okay. And then that cat passed away. And now it's years later. I have another cat, not related to the first one. This one likes to. Can you help me understand it? I'm like, not even begin to help, but Michael Maria Delgado can. I only know about those few breeds of cats. I
Sure.
think Turkish van,
Turkish
maybe.
Vans.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like the water, but like it.
Bengals.
Bengals, they like the water, like to play with it with their paw, but to get
Yeah.
in the shower, have you heard of this?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I have heard of it. And I think the thing to remember is it's not a common behavior, right? So whenever I think so when a cat does something that's highly unusual, it gets a lot more attention than if
Ah,
your cat does your everyday thing.
right.
So there's certainly, I would think of most behavioral traits are going to be on a spectrum where you have cats that have a very low likelihood of showing the behavior and a very few cats that have a high likelihood of showing the behavior. And then you have a bunch of cats maybe in the middle that are your average cat. And so
Okay.
we do see some cats that really love to play in water or get in water. They don't seem to mind the sensation of water. It's certainly known to be a breed trait, as mentioned. One thing I would wonder is if this person prefers a certain breed of cats that maybe already has a tendency to like water. And then there are cats that really are curious, playful. Maybe they've never had a bad experience with water. So they're open to it, right? They're like, oh, this is fun. So I wouldn't be, it's certainly highly unusual to have two cats at different times in your lifetime with the same kind of quirky trait, but I think it's great. It's cute if the cat's having a good time. That's fantastic. I think it's just really important to remember most cats do not like being submerged in water. So you should never have to bathe your cat unless there's something
Right.
going on medically, like they have severe diarrhea and they soiled themselves,
Yes.
or you have a breed like a Sphynx who does need some specialized skin care.
Yep.
But your average cat, I've never bathed any of my cats ever. If you have a cat who likes water, you can certainly try a fountain and they may enjoy playing. My cats like to dip their paws in our fountains and drink the
In the
water.
brook fountain, you're a big
Yeah.
brook fountain
Yes, I
lover.
love my brook fountain. And yeah, I just posted a video a couple weeks ago on Instagram of one of my cats dipping her paw while she's using the brook fountain and then she licks the water off her
Really?
paw. Yeah, it's super cute.
Wow.
I think some cats don't mind the sensation of water in their paws. We tend to think of cats as a desert species. They're actually,
Yes.
descended from a savanna, so it's not completely barren of water, obviously. But so I think it's possible that, yeah, again, some cats are just gonna like, some people love swimming, other people never get in a pool, right?
That's true. But we typically think of cats as being very averse to water.
Yes, yes, which is why you never want to see a video of someone with a cat who loves getting in the shower on the internet and put your cat in the shower with you to see what will happen.
Right. Said. Yeah,
Yes, so
that's just mean.
it's if your cat gets into the bath, I definitely actually I had a cat. She liked to, if I was taking a bath, she would get on the ledge of the
I
bathtub.
remember you talking about
And
that a
one time she
long
actually
time ago.
got on my chest while I was in the tub and her tail was fully in the water. She just wanted to cuddle with me while I was taking a bath. I was like, okay,
Wow.
like this is weird. Who am I to say no? It was completely her decision. So, I think if your cat enjoys it, that's great and really cute, and do whatever level of water fun your cat enjoys. Like I said, you could get toys that go in a water bowl. They make those
Right.
little electronic fish that are, they're battery powered, that flip around in water. They're water activated. You could put ice cubes in the water bowl and they might play with them.
Right.
You can give them a cookie sheet with water and put some toys in there and see if they
Oh,
enjoy that type of
funny.
play. Yeah, so I think some cats, and we don't offer those kinds
That's
of
right.
activities to our cats, so it is possible that more cats might enjoy a little bit of fun than we know. But again, it always has to be their choice, and we never want them to have a
Yeah.
bad experience with water
Right.
because if you do need to bathe them in the future, and they've only had one terrible bath experience, then it's going to
Yeah.
make you hard for you to care for them if they do need regular bathing. So, for example, if you have a Sphynx and they need regular bathing, you want to think about using fear-free or low-stress handling methods,
Right.
gradually acclimating them to that experience, making sure the water is a good temperature for them, giving them treats so that it's not traumatic for them. Because some
Yeah.
cats do need routine care and it could make it really for them.
Sometimes I remember there was a film in the film festival, the Cat Film Festival a few years ago, about a groomer, a New York City groomer
Mm.
who would go
Mhm.
to people's apartments,
Oh,
mostly
wow.
long-haired cats,
Yeah.
But now that it occurs to me, he was bathing them, but you don't really need to
Mhm.
bathe a long-haired cat.
You shouldn't need to bathe a cat unless, again,
Right,
they're dirty, right?
right.
So I do not endorse routine bathing of cats just because you think it'll keep them cleaner or you have allergies. If you have allergies, there's other ways to manage those
Yes.
allergies, and bathing the cat is not. And in fact, I've seen cats get stressed from too much grooming. So again, it really has to be
Yeah.
making sure your cat is comfortable, enjoys, or at least does not find the experience so unpleasant that you're stressing them out, and making sure that you're following, like I said, good low stress practices.
But if you wanted to get one of those battery powered little toys or even just a regular rubber ducky, you could
Sure.
put it in the bottom if you had a bathtub, like the
Mhm.
traditional conventional bathtub. You could put a couple of inches of water in there, and if the cat wants to jump in, you can jump in,
Yeah.
right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Leave
that's
it
an
up to them.
interesting experiment. Put
Sure.
something in there that would be vaguely enticing, see if they do it. And then if they leap out and go, "What was that?" They chose it, you didn't do
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So,
And they learn from the environment. Oh, I didn't like that. That's
right.
okay. You didn't put them in there and
That's
they're not
right.
going to associate that with you. So that's
Right.
definitely, like I said, potentially enriching for some cats, potentially not interesting for other cats. And for some cats, they might really enjoy it, like this individual's two separate but somehow separated at birth kitties. They seem to
Right.
have
They loved it.
similar interests. Yeah,
It maybe she has just a very cat attractive shower of some exotic kind. Who knows? Or the shower
maybe,
head is gentle and doesn't pummel down on you. Any which way, if
perhaps.
you want to leave your shower door open, if you have a walk-in shower and anybody wants to join you with four legs and a tail, let them in.
I
But
think
make
we know
sure
a
they
lot of
can get
cats like
out.
joining us in the bathroom, right?
They do, definitely. Michael, thank you so much. It'll put her mind at rest. I don't know what she thought had caused this
Mm.
cross generational non connectedness between the cats, but maybe she's just a very attractive person when she's wet. Who knows?
Enjoy your cute kitties, is what I say.
Exactly, exactly. Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, Tracy.